My dear students, today in class A General Mathematics, today's topic is percentage change. Change will be discussed with respect to two factors. One is increase. When something increase happens to an original quantity, then also it is called change. And the second factor is decrease. When something decrease happens to an original quantity, then it is called a change again. Now, what is percentage change? To go to percentage change, we have to go to the concept of the fraction, because percentage is always preceded by the conception of fraction, and therefore, so far percentage change is concerned, we will have to know about how to make the fraction. Let's discuss it in totality, my dear students. Now, so far change is concerned, suppose there is a quantity which is the original quantity A, and quantity A is the original quantity, then we will do two things or two operations on A. Operation 1, we will add something to A. So A will become A plus B. So the original quantity A has changed to A plus B. This is called change. With respect to increase. And operation 2, we will do what? Subtract from A. So the new quantity will be A minus B. In this case, the change is in terms of increase. So increase has happened by B, and in the second case, change is in terms of decrease. So it is increase amount B. It is in decrease amount is B. In these two operations, we understand this much. Now, our aim is to express this B change in terms of percentage. So far, operation A is concerned, amount of increase. I am specifically using the word increase in place of change. Understand? As a whole, increase or decrease are known as change, but so far this operation 1 is concerned, I will be specific and use the word increase. Okay, amount increase is B. So we are coming to percentage increase now. So percentage increase equal to what is a question. So before going to percentage increase, we must know what is the relevant fraction. So relevant fraction is equal to, always remember, the amount of increase will come in the numerator, and the original amount will come in the denominator. This is important. So please remember this much. It will be very important for you to find out percentage increase or percentage decrease, means percentage change, and this is the beginning of a new entry, my dear students, because after this we will have to deal with interests. After this we have to deal with CP and SP related sums, means cost price and selling price related sums, means purchasing and selling related sums, in which we will have profits and loss, etc. So in all the cases, this increase decrease percentage, means change percentage, will come as a vital factor so far our complete understanding will be concerned. Therefore, please give very much importance to what I am telling now. So this is the relevant fraction. So relevant fraction will look like this. So increased amount is B and original amount is A. Therefore, percentage increase equal to what? B by A into 100 percentage. So this much is percentage increase topic, and so far percentage decrease is concerned, in this case same. Why? Because decrease amount is also regarded to be B only, so far this example is concerned. So percentage decrease will also be B by A into 100%, my dear students. So what you understand? First you have to find out the amount of increase or amount of decrease, means amount of change. Then you divide that amount of change by the original amount, original quantity. Understand? Then you will get the relevant fraction. Then multiply the relevant fraction with 100, you will get the required percentage change, my dear students. So this much is the introductory lecture. Now let us go to the individual sums. Okay. My dear students, these three pages, page number 111, 113 and 114, contain a few examples in which percentage change is dealt with. And I hope, looking at the lecture I have just given, you will be able to understand the solutions of these examples. And therefore, if you have any confusion, you will let me know. It is obvious. And therefore, let us go directly to exercise 8B, my dear students. And as we are not being able to send videos on YouTube, I will solve only 2 questions of exercise 8B in this video. Then I will make another video for convenience of sending through WhatsApp. Now 8B. Exercise 8B. These 3 pages, whatever are there, I regard them as homeworks for you, my dear students. Now, 8B question number A. 1. A man whose income is rupees 576 a year spends 432 a year. What percentage of his income does he save? It is not increase decrease. It's just a very simple percentage question. So, question number 1 is given income is rupees 576. 576 is the income. Given expenditure, spending means expenditure. Okay. Given expenditure is rupees 432. Therefore, saving is rupees 576 minus 432 equal rupees, this 4, 7 minus 3 means 4, 144. This much is the saving. Therefore, required percentage of saving is, you always make the fraction like this. So saving amount you will write in the numerator, then percentage saving is found by finding the fraction of saving amount by income. So income into 100. So this is the fraction, relevant fraction. I have not written a statement for relevant fraction, and this two will give you, and then multiply it by 100, because any fraction when you multiply by 100 it becomes a percentage fraction. Okay, so saving is what? 144, and what is the income? 576 multiplied by 100%. Okay, so here 576 is the square of 24, and 144, if you cancel by 24 it will become 24, and 144 by 24 if you divide, you can give, I think, 6 times. Okay, 12 are 144, and 24 6 are 124. Then it will become, if you cancel these two, it will become 4, and if you cancel these two now, it will become 25. Please look at the cancellations. Okay, so this will give you how many percentage? 25%. This is the answer, my dear students. So this is very easy sum, and this is also a little change related, because the income has changed. Because of expenditure, income has changed in the form of saving. This saving is nothing but a part of income. So this is a change related question, and let us come to question number 2. I hope you have understood this question and it is clear. Okay, fine. Now let us come to question number 2, my dear students. What is the question? If 70% of the students in a school are boys and the number of girls is 540, find the number of boys in the school. So 30%, 70% are boys, means rest of the 30% are girls, because boys and girls together make 100%. Totality is called always 100%, my dear students. If you have to express a totality in terms of percentage, it is always 100%. Understand? Not 102% or 98%. It is always 100%. Please don't express it as 100%. 100% does not mean anything. 100% is correct expression for totality of the quantity of anything. So here totality of students number means boys and girls is 100%. So in question number 2, given percentage of boys is 70%, therefore percentage of girls is 30%. This much you understand. Now the question is, this percentage of girls of the total students is given to be 540. Percentage is not given. Percentage is found, percentage of girls is found by our prior conception that if percentage of boys is 70, then percentage of girls must be 30, because boys and girls together must make 100%. But here in the question, percentage of girls is not given, number of girls is given. According to question, 30% of total students means how many girls? 540. 540. This is the total number of girls. Girls are also students. As 30% of the students means 30%, girls are 30%, means 30% of students means 540. Why? This 30% I have found out by subtracting 70 from 100, and this 30%'s number expression is given as 540 in the question, my dear students. Okay, so therefore we can link these two. 30% means 540. Therefore, if you go to unitary method, 1% of total students equal to what? 540 by 30. So if you cancel this two, it will give you 18. Okay. Therefore, you have to find number of boys, means you have to convert this 70% to number. So 70% of total students equal to what? This 18 into 70. This much is done. So 18 sevens are 126. Okay. 1260. So therefore you can write. Therefore, what is the 70%? The 70% stands for number of boys. So number of boys, required number of boys is 1260. This is end of question number 2. Let me stop this video here because we have to send it by WhatsApp, my dear students.